Auditors are basically people who shove cameras in other people's faces, cause a nuisance, and do it purely for a reaction.
This guy has got it so wrong. When people say they go around sticking the cameras in people's face looking for a reaction, basically you haven't got a clue. No, that is the opposite, actually. So that's number one where you've got it wrong. And as I like to say, we don't go around sticking our cameras in people's faces. People come up to us and stick their faces in our cameras.
Most of the time, these auditors conduct their audits from private property, but PJ Audits takes it to the next level.
Number two, where is wrong. We do not conduct these audits from private property. We conduct them from public, or where it's publicly accessible. We might be filming private property, but we're doing it from somewhere where we are allowed to be, where the public are allowed to walk, or where we are allowed to go. We do not go into any restricted areas or anywhere that's fenced off or needs a fob to get into. So that's where you're wrong again.
Because what our mate PJ will do is go onto people's private property and then refuse to leave when he's asked, which is aggravated trespass and a criminal offence. Now,
okay, so let's just clear one thing up here, because people have this misconception. Trespass is a civil matter. Where the public is entitled to walk, as I just said beforehand, or where there is a reception, if there is a reception based at any of these locations, the public are allowed to walk there. So it is not trespass because it is a civil matter. We, the public, are allowed to walk there. Aggravated trespass, on the other hand, is where somebody is intending to walk on there and commit a crime, which we do not do. One of them is obstructing. What are we obstructing? We're not obstructing anything. We are walking on there, minding our own business, filming and walking which is what we're allowed to do so, and where we're allowed to walk. Obstructing is stopping someone or something from doing something, which we're not. These people choose to come out of their place of work, come to us to stop us from what we are doing. When they have CCTV on their building, they can sit there, watch us doing what we want, what we're doing, and then we leave. But they don't. They choose to come out and start barking orders at us, which 9 times out of 10 is asking us to stop filming. 9 times out of 10, they don't even ask us to leave. Sometimes they do, and which we reply, we are intending on leaving. We're not setting up camp there. We will be leaving. We're going to finish up recording, and then we will be leaving. The police come, they will educate these people. Name one person who's been arrested for this.
Audit. Now, what makes PJ a league above other auditors out there are things like this. A video here that quite clearly shows that PJ is behind the barriers, therefore on private property.
Behind the barriers, is it? Let's take a closer look at this picture. Now, although it's not very clear, it's behind the barriers. Let's have a zoom in. So I'm guessing here, yes, as is pointed out, is behind the barriers. But on most places here, on the ground, there is a little logo that says publicly accessible. And as you can see, these barriers going across the road, we're blocking the public out from walking, or there's no guard shack, or there's no fence, or there's nothing to stop the public from walking into the grounds. So if a place is that properly secure and private, they have these one of a few things: a security shack, private property signs, no trespassing signs. They have all these to indicate to us that we are not allowed to walk on here.
I'm not sure what part of these people want you off the property for your own safety you don't understand. There could be serious consequences for any of the security guards, workers, builders that you show in your videos. If you are on their site or in their yard or on the land that they're responsible for, and you hurt yourself, you get run over or you trip, fall, break your ankle, you hit your head on something, any number of things could happen. It could have serious consequences for the people you show in your videos.
So do you know who's responsible for my own safety? Me. I'm in charge of myself and my own safety. I don't need another adult looking after me. You know, since you move up from being a child into an adult, you take care of yourself. Now, yes, I get to some degree where you're coming from. These companies, these, building sites, they are under so much pressure when it comes to health and safety regulations. I get that. But that is for them on their site who work there. I don't work for their company. They have their own policies that they need to abide by working for them. If they want to work on a building site, they have to follow these policies. I and PJ and any other auditor don't work for this company. So if I walk on there and I hurt myself, it's my own responsibility. I take responsibility for myself. So
I don't understand this whole auditing thing. I don't get why you would go onto private property without authorisation, film without authorisation on private property, which is an offence, purely to get a reaction and purely to antagonise people.
You're right. You said it yourself. You don't understand this auditing thing. So what makes you think you can make a video like this when you don't understand it? Maybe when you do, that's when you can judge. As you go on to say, we don't need authorisation. Why do we need authorisation? To go out in public and perform a harmless, legal activity such as filming and photography. If it wasn't allowed, it would be illegal. But it isn't. That's why there is jobs such as photography, filmographers, YouTubers, content creators, because we go out where we're allowed to do so and film. If you don't like it, then scurry back into your home, close the curtains, because that is private property. That is creating your own privacy, and hide away from the billion cameras that we have here in the UK. Okay, and then when you understand auditing a little bit better, maybe you can remake this video.